What's going on, everybody? Hope you have a fantastic day. I'm Scott Molchan with the $1 Million Landscaper, and today we are going to continue our conversation. So this will be part 2 of your planning for 2022 landscaping season. So if you haven't downloaded already, you want to head down over to $1milliondollarlandscaper.com/2022 guide. Actually, I'll put it on the screen here for you. And we have a free download that you guys can grab to actually start planning your 2022 season if you haven't done it already. And yesterday's conversation, we talked about looking at things that went on in your past and in 2021. And we started looking at, what our sales revenue goals were, what we expected to get and what we actually got. We started breaking down those numbers into different categories, different divisions. So, landscaping, lawn maintenance, snow plowing, irrigation, whatever it is, kind of breaking it down. It makes things easier to kind of look at, review, and see what you want to focus on, what you don't want to focus on. And we'll get into that in a minute. And we also went to looking at some of your 10 top jobs and 10 of your worst jobs that went on 2022 or 2021, I should say. And we want to look at those and figure out why they went so great and why they didn't go so great. So that was yesterday's conversation. So if you haven't watched that video, head on over there and check that one out. Now today, we're going to continue, like I said, and we're going to be reviewing or actually planning for 2022. So in the download, you'll get to this page. I think it's page 4. And we're going to predict our sales goal for 2022. Similar to what we've done in the past. Now, I have some different thoughts on this, and I've talked to different people on this. And some people, will set the bar, say, last year we'll just say $500,000. This year, I think we could do $600,000. Well, why don't you set your bar a little bit higher and set it for $750,000? And I've heard people say, well, I don't want to set it that high, and if I don't get it, I feel disappointed. But I want you to look at it in a different manner. If you set your goal for $750,000, and you really think you have a real good chance to get $600,000, but you set your goal for $750,000, and you take action and moving your business towards that $750,000, you're going to be setting yourself up for further success down the road. And what I mean by this, in order to get to $750,000 level, we'll say, for example, you need to start putting more system procedures in place. Perhaps you need to hire a new foreman or operations manager, somebody to help you out. Or perhaps it's just a bookkeeper. But if you start planning for $750,000 and you start taking action on that, you're going to be miles ahead of just planning than what you would just be planning for $600,000. So I really recommend kind of setting your bar a little bit higher than what you typically would want to go to. Now, I don't recommend going like crazy and saying you're going from $500,000, we're going to go to $1.5 million or $2 million or something like that. That might not be realistic, but set it a little bit higher than what you probably think you would normally get to. So the next thing we want to do is kind of similar to how we talked about breaking down into our different divisions. So we want to set our goals for, a landscaping division, perhaps you have a lighting division, irrigation division, whatever it is, turf care, whatever it is, start breaking those numbers down so we can have a goal so we can kind of push towards that. So, if you need to push a little bit more marketing for our landscape lighting, or push our teams to upsell the landscape lighting, you can start pushing towards those different things because you have broken down those numbers. Now I want you to start looking at the different types of services that you do offer, and what do you really want to focus on? Perhaps you started doing water features last year and you really loved it, and I'm using water features because it's something I really love and I'm really passionate about. But say you chose to do water features and you did so. This year, I really want to push it. So I'm going to use most of my marketing budget and I'm going to push water features this year. I'm going to tell our teams and we're going to instruct our team and train them more on the water features and really get proficient at it and just really push it this year. So I want you to start looking at some of the services you are currently offering and figure out what you really want to focus on. And what this is going to help you do is you're going to be able to start to niche down a little bit and narrow down. And it's going to help you find a little more focus rather than doing a little bit of everything. And this is, I do this from experience, because what we did in our business years ago was we kind of focused on the hardscaping and water feature side of things. Yes, we did some of the landscaping. We still did commercial lawn maintenance, but I didn't market towards that. That wasn't our main goal. We wanted to do the hardscapes and water features. So just like I said, it makes it easier to focus on everything, to market everything. So again, we want to just look at our services that we're currently doing and what do we want to focus on. And then on the other flip to that coin, what services do we want to stop or slow down? So this is where looking at what you did last year. And I think yesterday's example, I talked about looking at, perhaps you started doing irrigation. You found out irrigation wasn't your really thing. You didn't really make money on it. It's just not your thing. There's a lot to train on. I'm just kind of making up the stories here, but it just wasn't fit for you. So maybe perhaps this year we're not going to do the irrigation. So if that's going to happen, perhaps you need to send out letters to the people who've done irrigation. And, if there's somebody in your area, you can kind of recommend them to get any further maintenance done or any servicing done. Do that now. This is the time to start planning that out and make that happen. So now the last thing you really need to start looking at is looking at, the sales goals that you have achieved. How are you going to get there? What steps do you need to do to take action to make that actually happen? And that might be, again, like I said, hiring some more people, perhaps getting yourself out of the field more. Maybe you need to hire like a bookkeeper to kind of start taking care of some of those books on the back end that will allow you to go sell and get more jobs. Perhaps you need to look at investing in new equipment or updating equipment or getting new equipment just to be able to handle the work. So we need to start taking steps and planning out what we need to do to make those sales goals happen. It's one thing just to write down your sales goal that I want to get to $750,000 or whatever it is, $1 million, whatever it is. You have to plan for it. You have to think about all the little things that go in behind it and start taking action on those things. One of the things, like I tell a lot of people, and the things that we do inside our academy, is start setting up those systems and procedures, because everybody in the end, they want to get out of the field at some point, one or the other, or most people do, I should say. But in order to do that, we need to have somebody else trained to do to fill in our shoes. And that can be done through those systems and procedures. So in our academy, we have a bunch of done for you systems and procedures you can actually download and start implementing right away. Or they could also just be used as a guide to help you thinking about what you need to do for your business. So, all right, guys. So definitely grab that download. I'll put it up again, so you guys can grab that. It's milliondollarlandscaper.com/2022 guide. Grab that download. It's free, and start planning out. Let us know in the chat or the comment section, what are you guys doing to plan out the next season? Hey, Quinn, what's going on? Sorry, I just put it on the screen. The documents are that at milliondollarlandscaper.com/2022 guide. And actually, I'll be putting this up inside the academy so everybody can grab it. But yeah, let me know in the comment section, what are you guys doing to plan for 2022? Do you think the future is going to be awesome? Are you planning to see a drop in business? What are you guys thinking? So let me know. I'd love to see it. All right, gang. I hope you're having a great one, and we'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye-bye.